The reason belly fat is so hard to lose isn't willpower, it's biology. These 6 foods work with your body, not against it. Everyone talks about cutting calories or training to exhaustion to get a defined stomach, but the truth is different. There are simple, affordable foods that can support belly fat loss in a much smarter way. These fat-burning foods aren't miracle solutions. They're daily choices that promote satiety, balance, energy, and help the body function more efficiently. Combined within a high-protein diet and paired with foods for flat stomach, they create sustainable results. And the best part, you probably already have some of them in your kitchen. Want to find out which 6 foods can transform your routine and deliver real results? Proteins act like an internal engine when it comes to healthy weight loss. Beyond preserving muscle mass during a calorie deficit, they guide the body to use fat as its main source of energy. According to an article published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, high-protein diets are directly linked to increased daily energy expenditure and the promotion of belly fat loss. Another key factor is the thermic effect of food. The same research shows that proteins require between 20% and 30% of their own energy to be digested, compared to carbohydrates that use 5% to 10% and fats that expend less than 3%. In other words, when someone eats chicken, fish, or eggs, a significant portion of the calories is already burned just to process the food. That's why many experts classify these items as natural fat-burning foods. The impact doesn't stop there. Proteins also stimulate important hormones such as testosterone and IGF-1, which help maintain lean mass and support vitality. On top of that, they provide prolonged satiety, reducing the likelihood of overeating. Altogether, these effects make a high-protein diet a reliable strategy for those seeking consistent results. In practice, including foods for flat stomach is simpler than it seems. A practical example is preparing 6 ounces of grilled chicken breast for lunch, paired with broccoli and a bit of quinoa. This combination brings together quality protein, fiber, and complex carbs, creating a meal that sustains energy without excess. Now, the question remains, if proteins already hold this much power, which foods can satisfy hunger with very few calories? Vegetables are like a secret weapon in any healthy weight loss plan. They provide high volume for very few calories, meaning you can fill your plate without tipping the scale. On top of that, they deliver fiber that prolongs satiety, helping control daily calorie intake. This directly supports belly fat loss, since it lowers the chances of overindulging in calorie-dense meals. Another advantage lies in how fiber helps stabilize blood sugar. When glucose levels remain balanced, those intense hunger cravings drop dramatically. Picture a dinner of steamed broccoli, sautéed kale, and grilled zucchini. Simple, inexpensive, and highly functional. Meals like this can be far more effective for hunger control than any processed snack. In fact, research in the Journal of Nutrition proves that regular consumption of fiber-rich vegetables is linked to less abdominal fat and better metabolic function. This directly ties vegetables to the concept of fat-burning foods, proving that it's not only about aesthetics, but also long-term health. By processing slower digesting foods, the body avoids sharp insulin spikes and prevents unwanted fat storage. Want to put this into practice? Try filling half your plate with colorful vegetables at every meal. A lunch with 2 cups of leafy greens, tomato, cucumber, and shredded carrot already creates volume, prolongs satiety, and still leaves room for proteins and healthy carbs. But here's the real question. Is there a type of food that can deliver energy without spiking blood sugar, while also keeping the body in balance? Many people fear carbohydrates, but the truth is they can be powerful allies in a healthy weight loss plan. The key is choosing complex carbohydrates such as sweet potatoes, brown rice, quinoa, and oats. These foods release energy gradually, keeping the body fueled for longer and preventing the sudden glucose spikes that trigger cravings. This slow release not only helps control appetite, but also supports belly fat loss. A simple example is swapping white bread at breakfast for a bowl of oats with fruit. While refined bread provides quick, short-lived energy, oats sustain stable energy for hours. Practical substitutions like this place complex carbohydrates in the category of fat-burning foods, since they prevent overeating and fuel more intense workouts, both essential for anyone aiming for foods for flat stomach. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition shows that diets rich in fiber and whole grains improve insulin sensitivity and lower the risk of abdominal fat gain. This reinforces the idea that a high-protein diet can and should be paired with smart carbohydrates, creating a powerful balance between energy supply and appetite control. In daily life, a good practice is to include 1 cup of quinoa or brown rice at lunch, along with a serving of chicken or fish. This type of combination provides enough energy for training and activities without breaking a calorie deficit. Now, if smart carbohydrates can sustain the body, what about healthy fats? They have the ability to regulate hormones and directly influence metabolism. Often misunderstood, healthy fats actually play a fundamental role in any healthy weight loss journey. Not only do they provide long-lasting energy, but they also aid in the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins such as D, E, and K, which are essential for keeping the body in balance. When properly included in a diet, they become true allies for belly fat loss, helping the body work more efficiently. Sources such as olive oil, avocado, nuts, and salmon provide monounsaturated fats and omega-3 south, which directly support cardiovascular health and hormone production. Research published in the Journal of the American College of Nutrition indicates that including these fats is associated with reduced visceral fat, the most dangerous type, linked to metabolic diseases. In other words, these are clear examples of fat-burning foods that go far beyond aesthetics. For those seeking practical results, one suggestion is to add 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil over a lunchtime salad or include half an avocado at breakfast. These small adjustments promote satiety, reduce snacking urges, and help keep hormones in balance. That's why even within a high-protein diet, healthy fats have their guaranteed place. A quick snack with 1 ounce of walnuts or almonds can be enough to stabilize hunger and maintain focus throughout the day. Simple choices like these make all the difference when it comes to consistency and long-term health. Sticking to a healthy weight loss plan doesn't depend only on big meals. It also comes down to the small choices made throughout the day. That's where smart snacks come in, serving as a strategic tool for those who want consistency. They're not meant to replace main meals, but they help prevent slip-ups that could compromise weeks of effort. And when chosen wisely, they even contribute to belly fat loss. Options like protein chips, sugar-free jerky, air-popped popcorn, or even roasted seaweed play an important role. They satisfy momentary hunger without overloading calorie intake. They also help maintain discipline, since no one can follow a strict eating plan without some degree of flexibility. In this sense, these foods fall into the fat-burning foods category as they reduce binge episodes and keep metabolism active. Research published in the Appetite Journal highlights that protein-rich snacks increase satiety and improve appetite control at subsequent meals. This reinforces the impact of snacks as a tool to prevent overeating. Even in a high-protein diet, scheduling snacks is a valid strategy to extend results and sustain energy throughout the day. Want a practical tip? Always keep 1-ounce packs of nuts or protein chips in your bag or car. When hunger hits between lunch and dinner, this simple habit helps you avoid fast food. Small consistencies like this are exactly what ensures steady progress. Fruits are often seen only as dessert or a side, but in reality, they play an essential role in any healthy weight loss plan. Apples, berries, kiwis, and pears are great examples of foods that combine low calories with plenty of fiber, helping to prolong satiety and reduce the urge to snack. This effect is directly tied to belly fat loss, since controlling appetite is one of the biggest daily challenges. On top of that, the fiber in fruit slows digestion and stabilizes blood sugar levels. This means fewer sudden hunger spikes and steadier energy throughout the day. An afternoon pear or a morning bowl of berries not only satisfies your taste buds, but also acts as a true fat burning food by supporting the body's natural appetite regulation. Another highlight is antioxidants. According to research published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry, bioactive compounds in berries help fight chronic inflammation, which is often linked to abdominal fat accumulation. Adding these foods to a high-protein diet creates balance between satiety, micronutrient intake, and protection against oxidative stress. For a practical approach, try preparing a fruit salad with 1 cup of strawberries, 1 sliced kiwi, and half an apple. Beyond being delicious, this mix delivers plenty of fiber and antioxidants. working as natural support for anyone aiming for foods for flat stomach. Now that you know these 6 foods, the key is applying what you've learned. It's not enough to just hear about it, you need to test it in your daily life and feel how your body responds. Which of these do you already eat, and which will you add this week? That simple decision could be the first step toward transforming your eating habits and moving closer to a more balanced body. Remember, consistency matters more than perfection. By including fat-burning foods, following a high-protein diet, and making room for foods for flat stomach like fruits and vegetables, you create the right environment for sustainable, healthy weight loss. The secret lies in repeating small, smart choices, not chasing quick fixes that promise the impossible. This content is for informational purposes only and does not replace professional medical advice. Results may vary. Always consult a healthcare professional before making drastic changes to your diet or training routine. So here's my question. Will you just consume this information, or will you put it into practice? If your answer is to change your life, then subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. That way you'll keep learning simple, effective strategies that can transform both your relationship with food and your body.